Here with Trevor Rogers, former Acalanes wide receiver, freshman at Cal. Welcome to Cal.
Yeah, thank you. It's been
So,
great here.
so Trevor, you guys and your family have quite a Cal heritage. Your brother played receiver here. Did you grow up kind of with Cal in your blood?
Yeah, I mean, my dad's a polo player. But yeah, my brother receiver. My sister played soccer here.
Okay, sister too. All right.
Yeah, and I have a cousin who played volleyball too.
Wow.
Yeah, Katie, she graduated last year. So, I mean, it's always been, always had the Cal. My dad had Cal plaques in the house. He had like national championship stuff from the water polo team. So it's always been in my blood since I was young.
So, did you go to a lot of Cal games growing up as a kid?
I went to a couple when I was young, but every time on Saturdays we usually had like youth football games or like my soccer or always in some other sport. But I did get to my fair share of Cal games growing up for sure.
And what was it about Cal that attracted you?
Just the real family vibe. Every player hangs out with every player. There's no real like cliques or any like off to the side stuff. Is everybody hangs out and they act as a team, and that's just something I wanted to be a part of.
And how's your relationship like with Coach Toller?
It's great. Coach Tollers, he's the guy, with him coaching my brother, I saw how stuff went out, and I knew I wanted to be a part of a wide receiver group that could really bond and get better. And so I knew Coach Toller was the right guy,
Is it kind
somebody I
of
wanted to play for.
Is it kind of cool that he started as a wide receiver here, catching passes from Aaron Rodgers and having a lot of success?
Yeah, 'cause you can. I mean, he was on one of the greatest Cal teams ever, so he definitely knows what it takes to succeed in Berkeley. He could give me tips, whatever, because he's done it before. So it's great to have him as a resource coming in.
So you had a successful senior season, putting up some really big numbers, and you guys ended up winning state. How special of an experience was that?
It was really special. You got to make the trip down to LA, spend time out there with all your teammates, all your best friends, and Lafayette and Acalanes is a pretty small school, so seeing the whole town, being able to have that experience of winning a big game, winning a big sporting event, was really cool. Everybody, the whole town was behind us. It was a really cool experience. Like when we drove off, there was like hundreds of people lined up and at like 5 a.m. before we drove down to LA, and there was a police escort. It was one of the coolest things I'd ever been a part of.
That's awesome. So what's the transition been like so far in these few weeks at Cal?
It's been smooth. I mean, I'm not coming a far way like some other guys coming from like Tallahassee. Somebody's coming from Jersey, you know, and it's made it a lot easier that all the guys are, after practice we all have lunch together, we go to classes together, we'll walk together there, and just getting to know one another and knowing that nobody's alone in their experience and they're new in a new place. It's nice.
Are you kind of educating the guys on the places to eat around Berkeley?
Oh yeah, the best places to eat, best boba shops, like where to get the nice shoes at the best price, all that stuff.
Where are some of your favorite restaurants?
Close to the dorm, IB's is good. There's a couple good ramen places next to us. There's a Share Tea, which is a good boba place. All the spots. There's a good Kingpin's Donuts is next to us. It's a good place too.
Top Dog?
Oh, and that's right next to Blackwell. That's great too.
Yeah.
I love some Top Dog.
Nice. And what are you most looking forward to this season?
Um, I'm looking forward to getting to really feel the atmosphere of college football. We have some big games. We're at Auburn, at Florida State, and we're home. Of course, we're home for Stanford. So, being able to feel that atmosphere of our first big game is probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most.
Being able to start a season with two iconic places to play like Auburn and Florida State on the road, just pretty amazing.
Oh yeah, hopefully I can bust into that travel roster, whether it's playing receiver on special teams, or I'll do whatever I can do to help the team. And because it's not an easy thing, especially as a freshman, but being able to experience two of those stadiums would be pretty great.
What are some of the things you feel like you bring to the table as a receiver?
Definitely deep ball threat, like size and speed. Coming off track season, I feel pretty fast. But yeah, there's a lot of that too in our receiver room. A lot of size, a lot of speed. But I think that's one thing I can do pretty well.
Were you part of the 4x100 relay team that made it to state?
Yes. Yeah.
And number 2 last year, right?
Yeah.
What did you guys finish this year?
Didn't make it out of the prelim, but we did run a pretty good time. We went 41-4. So
Yeah, really nice time. That would have broken the record a few years ago before that prior team set the record.
Yeah,
Amazing, especially from Contra Costa County. You don't see teams that fast.
not a lot.
Yeah. And what was your PR in the 100?
I ran into the 10-7s last year.
Awesome. Well, congrats on a great football and track season.
Thank you.
And welcome to Cal.
Thank you. Go Bears.